Okay, have you known all what it takes to be a millionaire? Have you ever known that? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever came to the conclusion you got any idea what it takes to be successful, right? So over the years, I've been studying and watching and listening and forming a plan to help you become the best version of yourself so you can be a millionaire. Okay. I've been studying millionaires and billionaires. I've been taking notes. I understand the formula, right? There's a formula that makes us successful, which I have followed the formula and I have become successful as well in the stuff that I'm doing. Okay. Success is different to many people. Success don't mean, just because you get $1 million, you're successful. Okay. Some people could count that as failure. Oh, I only got $1 million. I failed. No, success is based off what you want to get accomplished. Okay. That's where the success lies at. So this video, I'm going to be breaking down the formula to success. And Brian Tracy, I don't know if you ever listened to Brian Tracy. That's one of my virtual mentors. Brilliant man. He explains this whole process. Okay. So I'm going to give you what I done accumulated over time, the process of success. And I have used it in my life and I found success in the things I'm doing. So you got to think success is a formula. So we're going to use the scenario. We're going to use the analogy of a cake. Okay. This is a cake bowl. Okay. I need you to use your imagination. A lot of places in the world were built off imagination. Okay. I need you to use your imagination. Let's visualize some things. Okay. This is a cake bowl. There's different type of flavors. There's different type of recipes to make the best tasting cakes in the world. Right. Okay. Same go for success. Instead of the bowl, it'll be your mind. Okay. It'll be your body. It'll be you, your personality, your character, your personal traits. It's going to be you as the bowl. Okay. Now picture this. What's the first start of a cake? Your flour, right? You got to use your dry. You got to use your flour, your sugar, your baking powder, so on and so forth. So where you would switch the scenario, you would put discipline, right? Concentration, also known as focus, right? Perseverance, right? Faith. You gonna put that in there. That's your base ingredients. When you put your base in there, now you can start putting a little bit of flavor. What industry you want to go in? You want a vanilla cake? You want a pound cake? You want a carrot cake, right? What industry you want to be in? What flavor? Then once you understand that, now you can start adding more of your ingredients, right? You can add your butter. You can start adding let's say if you're going to make a carrot cake, you put in your carrots, some people add their raisins. They add different things in there to make different type of carrot cake, right? So you want to start putting in extreme ingredients. Like you want to make sure you got a base that's going to take you to the next level. And when I say a base, I'm talking about understanding yourself, replacing your bad habits with good habits. You want to make sure you see opportunities. You got your eye open, right? So you adding all your ingredients in here. You keep adding, right? This is the formula. Success has a formula just like a cake. You can't just put flour and sugar in here and throw it in the oven and try to bake it. That's going to be disgusting. You can't put the wrong ingredients. You can't put sand in it, right? It's not going to bake right. A lot of people been trying to put sand in a recipe for success, and then they wondering why they keep failing. So a lot of people came to the conclusion that they will not be successful. And it's not because of who they are. It's because of what they're doing. So they got to change up what they're doing to change who they are. Now, this analogy right here, I came up with this myself, but I got it from other people like Brian Tracy, like everybody that's successful. I've been watching and seeing the type of formula they use. When people say success leave clues, it really do. It leaves a trace. It leaves a track, right? Just like if you bake a cake and put your recipe on the internet, now millions of other people can bake that cake, and they gonna come with they same outcome is gonna be a great tasting cake, right? It's the same go for success. You are the bowl. Add what you need to make the great tasting cake. If you need to add more communication skills, right? If you need to be a closer, learn the skills of closing. If you need to read more, okay, do more reading, grab some audiobooks, right? If you need to learn the skill of, let's just say, if you need to learn the skill of how to change other people's life, like a life coach, add that. It's so many skills, which is your recipe, you can add to your bowl. It's not one size fit all. You don't bake different cakes using the same recipe. It's different stuff. It's different ingredients you got to add. So you add the type of ingredients that you need. Put down the remote to the TV. Pick up books. Pick up books to people in your industry, right? Pick that book up. Learn from them, right? Learn how to bake the cake from them and then follow their process, because they're going to show you. They done had the trials and error. They done made the hard part easy because they done took the time to do what they set out to do, right? So keep adding stuff to your bowl. And then when you get done adding, start mixing it up. Mix it up. That means get to work. When I do this, I mean, you working on yourself. You working on your discipline. You working on your motivation. You working on your consistency. Everything you doing, you working. Okay. Put forth the effort. Stop being a victim. Stop blaming parents and stop blaming spouses. Stop blaming kids. Stop blaming everybody and start turning that mirror around and self-reflect and just know you haven't been adding the right recipe to make success. If somebody in the bakery baking a cake and they look over there at Tom and say, Tom, you passed me the wrong ingredients. Well, that means check and make sure you putting in the right ingredients. Make sure you reading what you need to be reading to make sure this is the right ingredients going into the bowl. Don't just be looking and don't just be grabbing stuff from people and just dumping. They can hand you sand, right? They can literally hand you a pot of sand, you dumping it. Now you blaming them because they handed you the sand. And a lot of people gonna hand you sand. A lot of people gonna hand you over the amount of water that you need to put in the cake, over the amount of oil, right? That's because they don't even know the ingredients. They don't know the recipe. So they just handing you stuff. They handing you poverty, right? Too much oil in the cake will mess up the recipe. They handing you syrup. Syrup don't even go in the cake. They handing you stuff don't even go in the cake, in the pot to make success. They just handing you stuff. They giving you stuff that do not go with the recipe. So you got to understand, you got to know what people are handing you. You got to make sure you looking, and you got to make sure you got to know, no, that don't go in here. No, that don't go in here. No, discipline go in here, right? Discipline go in here. That's what go in this bowl. That's what go in this bowl of success to make the right type of recipe for success. That's what go in the bowl. Poverty don't go in this bowl. Bad habits don't go in this bowl, right? Looking at people being victims, that don't go in this bowl. Educating yourself, that go in the bowl. Discipline, that definitely go in the bowl. Focus, that go in the bowl. Perseverance, that go in the bowl, right? Understanding other people, that go in the bowl. Communication, that go in the bowl. Maxing out my skill level, that go in the bowl. Put down the smoke, that go in the bowl. Put down the alcohol, that go in the bowl. Put down the drugs, that definitely go in the bowl. All this is now you stirring, you whipping, you working. Okay. So the analogy, success is a recipe. It has to be baked with the right ingredients. If the wrong ingredients go into this bowl, which go into you, it will not come out right. And if it come out okay, it's going to taste nasty. That means it's not going to last long. It's not going to last long. People are going to throw it in the trash. This is life. This is your life. This is you. This is your reality. You can design it how you want it. That means you can make the cake how you want it, your flavor, your taste for you and your family. Okay. Your kids is counting on you. Okay. Again, my name is Duran Peebles. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this helps you. Okay. I want to see you win. I want to see you prosperous. I want to see you do everything you want in life. Okay. Follow me, join my channel, subscribe. Okay. Got so much more information, so much more things to do. Okay. I love you. God bless you. This is Sales Bold. This is where sellers become champions through kingdom mentality. Until the next video. Peace.